Hello and welcome into the SorareData preview for game week 424. I'm Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare. Joined once again by Quinny, who goes by Quinny on Sorare. Quinny, this midweek international is the final one of the Cap 270 month-long. And it was kind of one that I remember people mentioning before the month-long competition started because they were like, oh, they started it, they didn't start immediately after the last one because they wanted to avoid the international breaks. And somebody's like, well, there is one international break or one international game week. And they were like, but it's at the end, like, don't worry about it. And so nobody was really thinking of it until I started getting some messages on Friday after the deadline for this weekend game week. And people started looking ahead and they were like, is that Australia? And they're like, wait a minute. Do we have? And then they started like looking ahead and they were like, are there Africa? And all of a sudden it was like, we got a little more than Europe and South America this time. And people started to get a little more excited. How you feeling?
I'm quite excited to finally get some Japanese action on the go.
That's what I'm saying. Yes.
Because that Japan national team is always cooking. They are, and even if you get the guys on the bench, who cares?
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
Double game weeks, like, jackpot.
Yeah, it feels like guys on the bench have a ceiling of 90 instead of 100, but their floor is also 86 instead of 96. It's great.
Totally.
But yeah, we'll get to all of these. Thanks for everyone for joining. SR Monkeys first. The Good Place said this might be the most excited I've ever been for a game week. I don't know if it's this weekend or the one we're coming up, but we'll see. Mickey Fu is here. Kev Hurd, what's up? Genesis, nice to see you live here. Ooh. Bouncy's here. Alex Wilson, this game week will be fun, right? The weekend might be a little more, but we'll see. Kev Hurd, this week is international games preview over. No, we got tons to talk about. Charlie, what's up? Good to see you. Alex said Lawrence Shanklin has been called up for Scotland. I now have a forward. I'd love to see that. Chani, hello. You are visible to me. Chani came to me. I don't know if I should be sharing this, but his comments on our videos, the SorareData videos, are not showing up. And he was like, why did you ban me? I'm like, oh, I would absolutely never do that. But I don't know. But yes, Chani, you can see you there.
Take up with Max.
Yeah.
Daddy data.
Alex Wilson, roll on Australia versus Bangladesh, i.e. a game of cricket. We'll see that. Sure. Sam, what's up? Hodges is here. At least Shanklin has a chance. Everybody with Shanklin cards, I guess. Johanneton is here. Oh, man, everyone. Love it. Love it. Lose yourself. What's up? Good Place said, no, it's the midweek against Bangladesh. All right, there we go.
See,
I've been excited.
See the comment, this weekend is an utter shambles. Can you say that name for me, please? The username.
Oh, is it not Hodges?
No, that's Haggis.
Haggis? I would have said Haggis if it was 1G.
Oh, really? I'm going to say it's Haggis.
Though, but now I know.
Oh, interesting, actually. I heard you saying Hadji's there, and I was like, oh.
No, I appreciate that. I was discussing that with somebody recently. I don't know where it was. But yeah, I butcher names, and if I can be corrected, please correct, because I much prefer to be right than wrong. So Haggis
is a good one.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't have. Well, obviously I didn't. But now I know. It's like Carrie from before, who I was calling Sari for some reason. But Carrie's not here. Anyway. So do you have any... So who does Japan have this week?
Okay. Myanmar.
Yeah. Right. Look at the smile on your face, how excited you are. Anyway, so here's the matchups tab. Japan is at the bottom because we don't have odds yet. And we actually don't have odds for any of the Asia qualifiers, and I have no idea if we'll end up getting them. But there's a decent chance that Japan against against Myanmar would be a good matchup. And who does Qatar have? Afghanistan. That I can't speak to, but I imagine it's not going to be as high scoring as anybody would expect. Saudi Arabia, Pakistan. Saudi Arabia is not bad. Not going to lie. I mean, they have made World Cups. They obviously beat Argentina in the last one, which was like less than a year ago. So don't sleep on Saudi Arabia.
The last time Japan played Myanmar was May 2021, so like 2 years ago. Do you know the score?
Before I look, I'm going to guess 8-0.
10.
Oh, boy. We not even have it here?
2021 it was, May.
2021. Oh, we should have it. I wonder why. Was it not a qualifier? Maybe it was something else.
Just last time they played, I saw a season, sorry.
Games or something. I don't know. Ugh.
Qatar against Afghanistan is one that jumps out if you've got any Qatari players from the World Cup, which doesn't mean much actually. Most of them. I was looking at that.
Cards.
Last time Afghanistan went to Qatar, Qatar won that game 6-0. So that's if you do have somebody there, it's definitely decisives are coming.
I think Alex says it here. The problem that you have is you don't know how Japan will line up. Obviously, you would prefer starters, and
there's no Daisen Maeda and no Kyogo Furuhashi either. So up front, it's probably going to be like Asano and Take and stuff.
Who was the first one you said?
Daisen Maeda and Kyogo. None of them have went. So up front, I think there's much less rotation than what you're used to. Midfield might still be the same a wee bit. You know, like the Minaminos and Doans, those types of guys. You know, but I think like he'll probably start Asano through the middle. He likes to start that Asano boy, and Matoma and Take. Those kind of guys will probably get the start. I don't know about the start because it is Myanmar, obviously, but I say without Kyogo and Daisen, like there's just less. They still got a very deep forward pool, but that manager's got a few set kind of patterns of threes and fours and stuff, you know. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that kind of thing.
I've got a bunch of other people who are saying just what I need Junya Ito to start as well.
Junya Ito, yeah, I think he walks on. Yeah, Junya Ito is probably the one to. Yeah, he's probably been the one that's sharing the minutes. He's been starting anyway, hasn't he? Yeah, he kind of starts most of the time. So yeah, it's just if it's a Vietnam game, that's where you're not after. You know, you're after. Yeah, tricky.
Haber with the classic Sorare comment here. If Japan knew it was good for them, they would have taken Sho Sasaki and Wakizaka with them.
Well, maybe. Maybe they would have more to prove in the game and like give more. Whereas some of the guys coming from Europe, maybe it's a wee bit of a, you know, like really happy to be here playing for my country, but CBA, you know.
We'll see. It is nice. I don't want to look ahead to the weekend quite yet, but yeah, you'll notice that they do have some Africa ones coming up, but there are none this midweek. And so we still do have Europe and South America. Portugal, Spain, Austria, Sweden are the top favorites, all away, which we don't see all that often.
Wow. Of course, yeah.
But that's where they are. And I believe Portugal play again at the weekend. Like they really, it always feels like their matches are super close. Like I know they had a few double game weeks in the last one. And so let's see who they play, what the second one is. Iceland at home is the weekend.
Let's say it's not as good as it seems on paper. If you know what I mean, Iceland are handy. You know, they're a fully fledged like, little challenger team. You know, challenger Europe level nation. You know, so Portugal should still batter them, obviously. But I think Portugal surely now have done enough matches and got enough points where they're probably qualified. You would hope.
The match being in Iceland is a little different than being in Portugal. So, but obviously that's for the weekend. Portugal do travel. What did I say that was? Liechtenstein for the midweek. Spain away to Cyprus. Haber said
should be quite easy.
Work got hurt, which is true. But you're right. Great matchup for anyone who starts.
Yeah, should be. I think so. Scotland did pretty good away to Cyprus. I think even SO5 wise, Scotland might have come out of that game pretty well. So Spain, you would expect to go there and do even better. The Spain squad is a little bit, actually, I'll probably need to go get it up. So I remember seeing it and thinking it was a little bit, let me go and have a look at it again. So just a bit different, you know, a few different.
Certainly the defenders smashed in this one. Scotland away to Cyprus.
Yeah. McTominay. Oh, the McTominay game, of course, that's when it was, yeah. So
how could you forget?
I think Spain, yeah. I think Spain, like the midfield, like the midfield and the defense could all break 100 passes in this game, you know, by that sort of one. And then it's just to hopefully they keep the clean sheet and get a decisive. No, I'm on some sort of wrong Spain page. I can't find
Alex
it.
Garcia got called up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the squad was looking quite fresh. Like it was.
Anyone have a tweet with this squad? So
I'm trying to. I seen it earlier. I should have. I even when I'm trying to search it now, it's just misbehaving.
Are they doing some stupid video and then?
No, it's just sometimes it's. I follow all the correct accounts, and you'd think these searches would spring it up for you dead easy, but no.
Did Grimaldo get called up?
Yes.
I just see a picture of him.
Yep, Grimmy's been called up.
Yeah, I don't see it on their own Twitter account, which is annoying. I believe we're still updating. I think we did update them on SorareData that at least the squads that we get from Opta should be updated. It's just a matter of whether Opta updated them or not. Let's see here.
I think
it's always so much work with these international breaks for this reason.
Yeah.
The tough part is like Opta won't always update it, so it looks like that somebody gets called up on Sorare, but they didn't, and then you get a little swap. I will say that somebody was pointing out in the Sorare Scandinavia Discord. So Sweden,
I've got it here.
Who are they? Away to Azerbaijan, but Sweden cannot qualify for the Euros now.
Oh, are they done?
And everyone is kind of like, who knows who will play? Here we go. Thank you, Quinny. Just what we were looking for. All right.
So that midfield is very different to what we've seen from Spain recently. You know, obviously we've got big Rodri from Man City in there, Gavi. There's always a Barca presence in there, but outside of that, Zubimendi, Marino, Sanche, Fabian Ruiz, Rodrigo Riquelme, Alex Garcia. It's like a totally different. It's almost unrecognisable. The midfield now. The defence, I think it's good to see Grimaldo come in because the left-hand side, like, it's been a bit of a question mark. Balde's come straight into the Barca team and it's like been like a default that he's got the Spain job. Gaya's obviously okay, but it's good to see Grimaldo's form being rewarded because that could give them something a bit fresh because Carvajal and Navas are both obviously over 30 by a good distance. And then up front, like Lamal, Hosselu, Williams Jr. I think that's the one. I think that's the younger one of the two, the Williams brothers, Nico. And, Oyarzabal on great form. Good to see him retaining his spot. But Morata coming back into the team as well. That's like this campaign. Morata's really reinvented himself through the Spain team. Also, he's doing really well for Atletico as well. And he's went from being a meme to being like, you can't really laugh at him anymore. He just keeps scoring goals. So, yeah, the Spain team, I thought the midfield is really fresh. And like overall, the team is, it's like a good squad to get into. Sorare-wise, especially. So a lot of these guys are not that OP. Alex Garcia is not cheap, obviously, and maybe one or two others, but it's a good nation overall that are kind of reforming.
Johansson was pointing out how no Balde is very surprising. He's also, I believe, been benched the last two for Barcelona. So
he's good, but he's not like anything incredibly special. It's just that he's in a club that will play any available young player if required, that they've got on their books, and he's been good enough to be a good La Liga left back. He's obviously good, he's done good in the Champions League as well, but he is like under 20, and he has, same as Gavi and Pedri and Yamal here as well. You get a debut for Barca, you get a debut for Spain. That's the way it feels now, and it just feels like that's not because especially Spain are like, oh, everything Barca does is amazing, but it is kind of like Spain don't have that much obvious talent out there. Ansu Fati being a great case and example, So they're still trying to rediscover their next kind of generation of, post, properly Iniesta and co. I know they're long gone at this point. David Silva's and Cesc Fabregas's and whatever, but the team is, pretty unrecognisable now in a good way. You can see lots of quality in lots of different positions now. And somebody like Aliech, who is like that Ward-Prowse figure almost of the team, who can just be a real, good on the ball and open play like Spain want them to be, but can have proper dead ball delivery as well for somebody like Morata, who's a proper tap-in merchant, as well as a few of those other forwards, Hosselu, Williams. A lot of those guys love a wee tap-in.
Speaking of Morata, he has been significantly better than I thought.
Yeah, he's been on it this year, man.
Like the AA, you're never getting him for his AA, but he is scoring and scoring for a side that we generally don't associate with lots of goals usually.
Yeah.
There must be a bug or something for that game week 422 match. I don't know what happened there, but
Yeah, it was criminal. Is what that was, but we won't go into that. But no, Morata had a really good start to the season last year as well. Like the first 5 games for Atletico, like he did started pretty well, if memory serves me, and then he kind of faded out the team. I think Felix was maybe still in the scene. I can't remember the whole rigmarole around Atletico had a lot of drama with their forwards and having too many of them for a while, but. He had a couple of games at the beginning of last season, and people were like that. Oh my God, he's playing Morata. Oh, it's a nightmare. And that kind of happened again at the beginning of this season. You can even see there's a wee bit where he disappears for a couple of games before this good form really pops off, even this season. But he's I think that's 2 good starts to the season in a row he's had. And this time he's been able to keep it going. And he's been in a team that's been able to support him. And he stayed in the team, he stayed fit. And, the goals keep coming. And he's a guy that, he's a poacher. I mean, if you're in a dominant top 3, top 4 club in a domestic competition that will get over 50% of possession, have significant output from dead balls as well, then this guy's always going to be a good guy to look at for sure. And because he's not fancied, he's probably never going to be that expensive because it's Morata. It's kind of like Kai Havertz at this point. Yeah. They can never be that expensive because of who they are.
They also have Georgia at home for this upcoming weekend, so those Spain cards are looking quite good for this run. So Argentina, the top South America qualifier, but we're all playing them in the same spot anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Yep.
Let's see: Hungary, Slovakia, Chile. It's weird to see Montenegro is such a big favorite, home against Lithuania. How many cards do we possibly
Montenegro aren't too bad. They've got a few cards for sure.
I don't think I realized Jovetic was Monteguese?
Montenegrin.
Montenegri? Really?
Montenegrin, I'd say. Montenegrin.
I don't know. We'll just never talk about them again, so we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just looking at the South America qualifiers because of some of the games you mentioned. There's only 4 games into this, and you're expecting it to be 9 matches home and away. 18? No, it can't be that many. But there's only 4 games in anyway. Uruguay, Argentina's top v second. And Uruguay have always got quite a thin pool, but they're quite, and also it's quite stereotypical in Uruguay for the last 20 years, but they've normally got a best 11 that they can run with, and then there's a few kind of likely characters. But they've got a lot of cards. There's a lot of good Uruguayans that have got cards. De La Cruz, obviously, probably right up there now. Darwin Núñez, of course, in the Premier League. Valverde. Araujo at Barca. Ugarte, of course, yeah. And then even Vecino coming off the bench there. And, there's a few other guys. So they've got a handy wee squad for sure.
Yeah.
But, I think missing the goal.
You're probably not too excited to play away to Argentina this game week, though.
Well, I don't know. Are you? It's all about bookings, I suppose. So probably not. It's probably a heavy booking kind of match, That's always my stereo. That's always what I think about South American matches. Just there's going to be probably 4 or 5 cards, and if you've got a defender, you're just on that lottery of picking one up, So
right, yeah.
Avoid it if you can. But the qualifiers, otherwise, in South America are wide open. And a lot of those countries, Paraguay, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, have got lots of cards again. And they've got they've all got kind of fun little squads in their own little ways, without them being overly powerful. We're talking about Uruguay there. No goalkeeper cards is a real kind of hindrance on them being a stacking option for people. But some of the less desirable ones on paper maybe do give you that, like Peru's and Venezuela's and whatever. So it's good to see. I like to see this kind of level of international content, where we do have all corners of the earth kind of contributing to it where possible, because then it is like a game week where if you've got cards, as many of them as possible, then more people can have a wee punt of a team. I've got a 5-man team this week, and then 2 4-mans that I'm really crossing my fingers about. So just because there's not many goalkeepers this week, so it's a bit different. But generally, the more games you can cover like this, the more managers can grab a wee guy that plays for Bolivia look horrible now. I think Bolivia are playing Peru, and Peru aren't a bad outfit. Galese is a goalkeeper, obviously, and I think they've got a few outfielders that score kind of no half bad. So again, if you kind of know your countries and some fixtures, I think the South America one looks wide open. So there's maybe one to look at.
So I was trying to see how many rewards we're actually competing for. Doesn't seem all that bad.
Yeah, it's the money prize pool on the all-star competitions. I think you really notice the difference in compared to the normal ones. But otherwise, the cards are kind of there. It's not too different.
95K in cash actually seems like a lot. Oops.
I thought that when I looked at D3, it's it's just, I think it goes to like a £40 payout quite quickly or something like that. It's just if you can finish top 20, it just doesn't feel that fun.
Yeah. Let's see here. KB97 said, I made a small fortune buying a week ago for these game weeks and selling now.
GG's. Who did you get, KB? What country? What players?
Say, KB, let's see who you're flipping here. We can easily see that. I think.
Oh, Alex Wilson saying, watch out for that game I'm talking about because of TV rights dispute. It might not go ahead. So,
ooh,
Alex Wilson, finger on the pulse. Love that.
Peru had some TV issues with the domestic league earlier in the season as well.
Oh, that does ring a bell.
I remember only a handful of the matches were being colored. Let's see. Kulusevski, Hrdeshki, Leo Roman, just name a few. Yeah, that's the international game week FOMO is one of the best flipping opportunities on Sorare for sure. So way to be KB97 taking advantage of that. Well, Alex said it's more of a Bolivia problem than a Peru problem. All right.
Fair. Just looking at the Montenegro there, you mentioned them against Lithuania. They've got a match in hand on Serbia, who's obviously their big rival. I think they had a derby recently. Can I see the result? Yeah, Serbia beat Montenegro 3-1. But Montenegro aren't out the race yet, and it's Hungary that are top of that group. So that's an overall very tight group. So Montenegro showing up there in the top order amongst some good teams. I think Austria is probably the game I would want to look at the most, actually. But Montenegro, looking at the the matchup indicators, is lovely. What's expected. But I think it'll be quite good, man. Montenegro are I'd probably, they said Jovetic was in the team. They've got a Savic or two. They've got a few guys that play ball in Turkey and Italy, places like that. They're a handy outfit. Hungary are not complete pushovers with Soboslai in their team and one or two others. But the group's still wide open. Lithuania, Bulgaria are not doing anything, but 3 good teams there.
Yeah, I will say the matchup indicators and the opponent scores get very, very, very wonky, as you can see, just because of the lack of matches. It's as simple as that. So one team gets blitzed, and all of a sudden everything looks good for their next opponents. But
because Austria have sewn their group up, so it's Austria and Belgium. That's what we're saying about Sweden. They're out now. So this is going to be a canter for Austria. This is Ralf Rangnick, and the Austrians just going to go out and stat pad and go and batter that team and get some caps and try some formations out, have some fun at corners, take some cool free kicks.
Just the fun stuff. So let's see. So let's just go through the groups because why not? So Spain, Scotland are through.
Yes, we are.
Group
Pressure off Scotland. We can just go out and have fun this game week as well. We're playing Georgia, so we can just go out and have fun with the Georgians. We don't need to care about it, but we will be because we need to get tournament ready. So the guys will be at it, but we don't need to run guys into the ground. So that's maybe something like the McTominays, for example. He's turned really good because it's been cup final mentality. So maybe with some of these things, the groups are sewn up. Maybe rather than him playing 80 minutes and getting 2 decisives, maybe he plays 60 and just comes out with a 58 or something. Maybe still gets a decisive, who knows? But there was a wee bit of a difference there for us. We've got a different goalkeeper also.
I was just about to say that. Who's the goalkeeper now?
I think it'll probably be Clark that gets. So it's Clark, Kelly, and then a guy that's playing in England. I think he's not going to get a cap, I don't think, this window. But I think Clark will get the Georgia game. And then, depending on how that goes, maybe Kelly will get the next game. Clark definitely likes giving SPFL guys a shot at the national team if they're capable. If they earn to get called up, etc. He's not going to denounce anyone for playing domestically, essentially. So,
yeah.
I think it'll be Clark because Hearts have done a little bit better, especially over the last month, than Motherwell. Motherwell on a wee bit of a downer at the moment, so probably go with him. Yeah. And then depending on how the game against Georgia goes, maybe Kelly gets a cap after that. But
wow, he's never started, huh?
Nah, it's always been Gordon, and then it was going to be maybe him or Kelly. Nobody knew who it was going to be, and then we converted Gunn back into being Scottish from English.
Proper choice, anyway. Let's see. We got a bunch of questions here. Let's see. Tierney out. Suter's not even available as cover. Yeah, it gets.
And Robertson's out as well. I think Greg Taylor could get the minutes, but it could be Hickey that plays left, and because Hickey is left and plays right for Scotland, plays right for Brentford to suit the system, because he's quite ambidextrous. He's quite good with both feet, but he is a lefty, Hickey. So Hickey could come on the left, and it could be Patterson of Everton that comes on to the right, because that's what we've seen Clark do when we lost Taylor and Robertson and Tierney initially. The first time that both of them became unavailable, the substitute was Patterson, and he put Hickey over to the left. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's how he started this, is giving Patterson a start, giving him the go there, and as a consequence, it gives Hickey the start at left back. The back three is probably going to be Porteous, Hendry, and maybe McKenna. I'm not too sure who the other centre back could be. Somebody said Hickey's injured, so fair enough. If is Hickey injured? That's news to me. Is he not in the squad? That is news to me. Oh, with Greg Taylor then. That's as simple as that. So fair enough. He has missed last weekend. Fair enough. Ryan Christie playing an absolute blinder. Christie's very favoured as well, and so Christie's going to do really well probably in this international window. Shea Adams has dropped out of the squad, and he's been replaced by Lawrence Shankland. And normally, what Steve Clark will do is he'll either play like McTominay, McGinn, and Adams in a kind of forward press, or he'll do that kind of thing where he'll play Dykes and Christie as a kind of pair. So if Adams is out the squad, I think Dykes will probably get to start, and if Dykes starts, Christie starts. That's kind of the way it goes for me. So Christie is on good form, and I think he could be, he'll get a start probably for my money.
You up with McGinn and McGregor locked in?
Yeah, probably, but I don't think either of them will get 90 minutes. McGregor might not start this game. It could be like Gilmore that would take his place maybe, or something like that. I don't think he's been exceptionally good for Celtic over the last month, although he's been very consistent for Scotland. I think on paper, McTominay, McGregor and McGinn are nailed. So that's probably quite similar to the team that we see. It's just it'll be Taylor. It'll probably be Taylor left back, Patterson right back, and then instead of Tierney, probably McKenna. But otherwise, that was probably the team.
All right. Just remember, just here to have fun.
Scottish cards.
Nobody gets hurt.
That's it. Total bonus game week as well, because we're qualified, so we can go and have some fun. So you can play your Scotland cards and just not worry about it too much.
That's right. Right. Group B still open. France through. Netherlands and Greece battling out for the next spot. They play
maybe Ireland. Ireland could do it technically. If they get 9 points. No, it wouldn't be 9 points. Ignore me. Just try to give the Irish something there. Sorry, but
something,
fair enough. Sorry, guys.
Group C, England through. Ukraine, Italy still battling. North Macedonia not making it easy for anyone. Let's see here. Turkey, Wales, and Croatia. Turkey through, Wales and Croatia battling. Armenia, Lucas Zelarayan, just making sure everybody still knows they're there.
Yeah, they're not out of the question. Yeah, for sure. I don't think all these teams play this weekend, but I think this is definitely an international window. But you definitely need to take the temperature of the room and see who actually cares and who's going out to get some reps in or whatever it is. Well, that group's completely open as well. Moldova still in the hunt. That is incredible. Poland in shame.
That's wild to see. Albania, Czech Republic 1-2, Poland 3, Moldova 4. Everyone had a good time banging up on the Faroe Islands.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm. Group F is finished. Belgium, Austria, we mentioned them before. Group G still also open. Hungary, Serbia, Montenegro, Lithuania can get there? No. Man. How does... Oh, because they have 2 games. That's why. Montenegro left.
Yeah.
That would be something. Group H, also open. Slovenia, Denmark.
Was it? Yeah, yes, there's more teams in this group.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Denmark are absolutely riddled with injuries now. Like Eriksson went off this week. There was 3 of them. Eriksson.
This is normally Scotland's group. We normally get a group like this that's got like extra teams in it, you know, and there's like 2 of them that are kind of the same quality as you, you know. So there's like 3 of you that are all in the same boat of points. So I feel the pain of this group. It's not a fun position to be in. It's going to go right to the wire, that one. Even Finland, by the way, like Finland could easily.
Oh, there we
I
go.
suppose at 18 they can't do. Actually, Finland are out of it on 18 points if they got maximum from the next 2. I guess.
Yep.
So it's just Kazakhstan you need to worry about.
Yeah. So Denmark without Eriksson, Skavolsen, and Højlund.
And are they playing? Who did Kazakhstan have?
Denmark, Slovenia for the win on Friday. So that'll be the next.
Oh.
The next game.
Kazakhstan are playing San Marino and then Slovenia. So, yeah, you've got to imagine Kazakhstan get 3 points against San Marino.
You would think so. And then Group I, we've got Romania, Switzerland at top, but Israel and Kosovo still in the hunt. Belarus, Andorra, not as much.
Yeah, for sure. I think Israel are playing like all their games rapid or something like that. Maybe Jonathan's here will be able to let us know, but I think there's a lot of games to be played or something like that. So that's a tight group as well. Switzerland, but you'd expect to see them running away top. It's good to see.
You would think, yeah.
Romania done something that's, good on them.
Let's see. Jonathan says Romania will play Israel and Switzerland this break, so everything is open. Wow. Said Israel playing 4 games in 9 days. Oh,
yeah.
That's wild. And then finally, Group J, Portugal through, Slovakia, Luxembourg, Iceland still battling. Bosnia, Herzegovina, and Liechtenstein, not as much. Man, I didn't realize. I mean, I knew Liechtenstein were not good, but one goal for, 25 against is really something. Jeez.
They probably scored against Luxembourg, didn't they?
Let's see how easily we can find out. No, Bosnia and Herzegovina gave them up.
Ooh, kept it tight there, 2-1. Kept themselves in the game.
Let's see, was it a late one? Where are my goals? I'm too used to SorareData now that I know exactly where everything is.
It's a terrible website, this. What's it called?
UEFA.com?
Ah, rotten website.
Oh, here we go. Literally right on top. They scored in the 21st. They had a whole game to bring it back.
A second.
Mickey said if you hit the Portugal 11 this game week, you've hit the jackpot.
Oh, yeah.
Certainly because you're going to want it.
But will they care? Portugal against Liechtenstein. It is just I suppose Portugal are all about the stat padding matches. That's what that is like the
at least
the
one
national
player
team
is
motto.
very much into that.
Yeah, like he'll be so fired up for this game, won't he?
The best is when he comes off at like the 68th minute after he scored 5 goals and they're up 8-0. And he's still just like,
oh, for God's sake, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Love to see it, but love to see it. So you want
Sean
from your
and I
cards?
joke about that. There's nothing more that Cristiano Ronaldo likes more in life than beating up on minnows in European competition. Just nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm guessing the pick scores are quite sloppy this week because nobody has any idea who's going to start. But there's your boy, Alvaro Morata, literally the best play of the entire game week.
Well, he's it cost a 57. Well, I suppose you're expecting him to get a hat trick or something, aren't you? So,
well, this is for All Stars, so the cost isn't
of course, okay.
Although I wouldn't be surprised if he's like at the top of cap 240 also. Oh, he's not. He's 4th.
Dennis Vavro. Dennis Vavro. Oh, Jesus. Kirkez. Interesting.
This guy? Gabriel Suazo.
Oh, a wee Chilean. He plays for Tool House.
Good old Tool House left back.
Absolutely bent over with laughter at that.
It took me.
You see, the first time he said it, I was like, no way he said that.
I didn't realize that. I had no idea who he was talking about, and I was like, it's conference league. There are plenty of teams out there that I've never heard of, so I was just like, oh yeah, okay. And the more we talked about it, and then I saw it, and I was like, Toulouse? And then I think he thought I was saying they were playing to lose, like TO space LOSE. And then he was all confused. And I was like, oh my God, Tool House. Sorry for anyone who hasn't watched or listened to Sorare Andrews last week. Andy somehow decided to pronounce Toulouse as Tool House.
Legendary.
Tool House.
Love it.
Anyway.
But no Morata at the top of 240. Wee Swazo looks the part. I guess, yeah, Morata's your nailed forward to get a goal. So he's probably up there. Pray for Andy. Yep. So, yeah, nailed to start. We'll do the business for you. Easy enough to see. Schlager, they reckon's nailed on to be goalkeeper. That's cool. Against Estonia. You've got him. A wee bit of your Salzburg stack on the go.
For Austria? Well, I guess so. I didn't think he was. Oh yeah, okay. Then he wasn't always. Who did they have? Cone?
No idea.
That seems made up.
What's the name of this website?
I guess it was him for a while.
Pence.
Oh, there's Patrick Pence too. Heinz Lindler.
It does feel like a regen player or something.
Oh,
guy can save.
Is he with Basel? I guess.
Heinz Lindel.
Anyway.
Linder. I'm going to follow him. In case he gets a card.
Yeah, Pence I thought had been pretty good decent this season. And yeah, Schlager's been great for Salzburg.
So yeah.
Solid goalkeepers. Cancelo's going to start.
Which one?
I mean, João Cancelo. I think it's up. I mean, it's one of those that I don't think you can be surprised either way for anyone on these top favorites. Because for matches that don't have, for teams that don't have much to play for, there's really not much you can do.
I just thought I'd check out the Thailand-China match just because it caught my eye. I thought, let's go and investigate this one. So, Triple A pick for your boy, Tiraton there. And last time Thailand played China, they beat them 1-0. The time before that, China beat them 2-1. And yeah, a couple of Chinese results, 2-0 China, 3-0 China. But then Thailand beat them 5-1. I'm going way back in time now, but interesting fixture, to say the least. Definitely not one that I thought we'd see a AAA rating for. But China, away from home, are very poor. They lost to New Zealand. They drew with New Zealand. They drew with China. Japan, sorry. They lost to Oman. And they lost to Vietnam away from home. So, fair enough. AAA for Thailand. I wonder if Chanatip will be playing. But there's Tiraton up there, AAA anyway. So that's cool.
It's like only a AA for this Messi kid, whoever he is.
99% to play, is that why, maybe? Because he's not 100? Or because it's Uruguay? Not
Uruguay's no, I mean, that shouldn't be easy.
Yeah. Aye, fair. Alex McGinn, seen him there. That's good. And Rodrigo, I think, will be a big one as well. Because that's just going to be like, he'll have 150 passes or something.
Yeah. Yeah, whoever starts in the middle of that Spain team is going to be just racking up. Let's check some U23 goalers. A little Harry Trade special. Harry Trade special. Diogo Costa, Mamadashvili, Osako, Olafsson, and Carl Hein, who Alex was saying an L15 of 22 straight into cap 220.
Love it.
And then Nawaf. Actually, do we have real cards? No, we don't. That must have been a national series.
God damn it.
So Hein Olafsson, who shout out is part of the Midtjylland collection from 2023 or 22-23. He's playing in Portugal, second division of Portugal now. That's right, Alex. The Midtjylland legend.
Wow.
So they have a I forget what the connection is between Midtjylland and Mafra, but they have like 5 or 6. I don't know if it's the same ownership or whatever it is, but there are like 5 or 6 players from Midtjylland who play at Mafra now. It's basically Midtjylland 2 in Portugal.
Interesting.
Much nicer weather, I'm sure.
Mafra. Love it.
Is Osako really going to start for Japan? I have no idea.
I don't see it. I think there are, the old guy's been playing tons.
Gonda?
Gonda, yeah. No, what? As soon as I see the team, I'll remember it. I look at Japan all the time.
Isn't it this
Is
guy?
it Gonda? Yeah. I'm sure it's him. Yeah, Gonda. Yeah, he's been playing. Gonda. Osaka's played some minutes. Let me go and get the teams up.
Mickey said they own Mafra. Yeah, thank you, Mickey. And Mickey said Osaka's been starting most of the last friendlies.
Let me see. So Tunisia. Suzuki has had some minutes. Who's the old guy? I've seen an old guy still getting tons of minutes, but yeah, I think
it's been a while since Gonda started.
Kojima. Nope, he's not old. I must be. Maybe it was this squad before this one. Then that's fine. Canada. Osaka played against. So Suzuki played against Tunisia. Osaka played against Canada. I think both of them maybe featured in both matches from the bench and such. But the window before that, they played Turkey, and they had Nakamura, the guy in Japan, the guy in Portugal, the 28-year-old guy. He's injured at the moment, so Osaka has been playing. But yeah, Kosuke Nakamura, the guy in Portugal, who's normally been knocking around. I think it's still meant to be him, but he appears injured. Against Germany. In a friendly before that, they had Osaka. So yeah, Osaka's had more minutes than anyone else, I think, outside Nakamura, the guy that's injured. So Osaka's a good shout for it. Maybe Suzuki.
I also don't know if Olafsson is like locked in. Like Runnarsson has been the starter, but then got benched obviously for Olafsson in the last window. And Runnarsson has not been playing. Like he's a backup at Cardiff, excuse me. And so if you want someone who actually plays, then you take the guy who's been playing in the second division in Portugal, apparently.
Or Mamardashvili was probably a decent shout.
Mm-hmm.
L15 of 48, 49 quid for a limited. Under 23 as well.
Oh yeah,
it's not too bad. This is under 23s, obviously we're looking at. So
he's got plenty of time too.
He's a goodie. Yeah, like Mamardashvili.
Yeah, it said, Mamadashvili, Hein, and Costa are the only nailed ones. So Olafsson and Osako.
And so we have this game week, which is the last Super Cap one. So I wonder if there is going to be any Super Cap scores in here that really maybe rock the podium or maybe really change someone's outlook or something like that. Because, there is a few, like if you've got a few Japan players in here, that are playing Myanmar at the very end, you could smash out like a proper peak score, if you can get that combo right. So Saka's got a few cards, never mind the rest of the squad. It's probably the most uniquely covered squad national team there is.
It certainly feels that way, which is kind of crazy that like, who has the most cards? Yeah, Japan, of course.
We've all got Japan cards. Everyone's got a Japan card. It feels like maybe even a guy should be in the team but doesn't get in the team. We've all got everyone's got a Japanese player somewhere.
No, I think we could definitely see some weird stuff with that leaderboard. I don't know. We can go to Cap 240 or back there, but who knows with any of these. Wow, Gary Medal. That is a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Still going strong. I like the look of Limer this week. I seen Sabitzer on one of the lists earlier. Oh yeah, there he's again there. Like Limer, Sabitzer, Alaba. Like I think Austria will put on a good. I think they'll score really well this game week. I think if you're getting these guys lying around your gallery, you dust them off and try and get them into a team if you can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this was last game week.
Azerbaijan a bit tougher, but
got the red card off the bench, always helpful.
Yeah, I love that.
I think I realized Patrick Wimmer was part of that national team.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I even knew he was Austrian. I think I just assumed he was German. I don't know.
Or Belgian or something.
Something crazy.
It's a funny internationals. There's not that many cards, which makes it all the kind of harder to. If you do have any sort of exciting fixtures, like where do you really play it? It's kind of how do you really get that excited about what you're chasing down this game week? Because this is sometimes the one where you like maybe do have a rocking score and you finish like 7th. You just get something that's terrible, and it's like
you're bottom of the tier 3 guy who doesn't play. It happens, but we play the cards when we have them, right? It's simple as that.
Totally.
I think that's all we got. So thank you to everybody for joining. A little shorter this week because here's the list of all of the matches. Not very long. So good luck to everyone trying to predict these lineups. Good luck to everyone to get 5 starters. That's really all we want in these international game weeks. You just want 5 starters, especially when we have tons of these rotation concerns with some teams that have qualified already. And I think we're all playing second to the Japan stacks anyway. So thanks everyone for coming. We'll see you in 2 days to look at the weekend game.